Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a delightful lunch and took the opportunity to connect with your fellow attendees. And now we are ready to continue our program with renewed energy and enthusiasm. For our first presentation for the second half of the day, we will be addressing enterprise cybersecurity governance through a presentation by Dr. Aloysius Cheang. Dr. Cheang is the Chief Security Officer for Huawei Middle East and Central Asia based in Dubai, covering 24 countries geographically and 58 countries functionally. Please join me to welcome him on stage.
All right. Good afternoon, His Excellencies, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aloysius Cheang. I'm the Chief Security Officer for Huawei Central Asia and Middle East and Central Asia. So coming back from lunch, right now everybody is suffering from lunch insomnia. So please pardon me if I sound a bit gibberish right now because I'm also suffering from the same effect. But I just want to state for a point is that I'm really glad that we have .Cyber Summit. For the first time here in Jordan, I'm really very glad that I'm able to stand on this stage and share with you some of the cybersecurity best practices that Huawei has been employing for the past 10 over years since we have first set up our cybersecurity division, and for the past 1,566 days when we were in the wilderness, where the global supply chain was cut off for us. So I think this is already established in the morning that when we talk about the latest technologies out there, whether is it ChatGPT, generative AI, or whether is it cloud 5G or 5.5G as what Huawei always want to call right now, since we have announced our 5.5G position at Mobile World Congress this February. But all these technologies, we have to harness them in the right way because power is useless without control. We need to be able to control all these technologies and see that these are put to good use for humankind, to make sure that the whole society will benefit from using these technologies, and not that these technologies, at the end of the day, will enslave us. If you read the book by Isaac Asimov about I and Robot, he stated 3 laws of robotics. But the robot was so smart. The robots actually created a 0 law that says that they need to enslave humankind because humankind are just too violent, too warlike, and in order to protect humankind from killing themselves, the robot have to take control. So ladies and gentlemen, we, in our search to embrace the latest technologies so that we all can have a better life, we need to ensure that these technologies are within our control. We need to be able to address all the new challenges brought about by all this new technology. All right? For AI, we need to talk about how do we use AI securely. For cloud, how do we make sure that we can use cloud in a way that we can ensure data protection and can ensure the sovereignty rights of our data, especially Jordanian data. You do not want them to end up in the wrong hands. So there are 3 things that I want to bring across in my session today. And the first thing that I want to talk about, I already have been talking about it for the past few minutes, is that here we are in the era whereby we are making a breakthrough between now and the future. The future that you saw in Star Trek and Star Wars movies are here at the doorsteps. We need to be able to harness this technology in order for us to really bridge the digital divide, bridge the global divide, and reduce and use IT as an instrument to bring people together and reduce poverty. So that is already established. So coming to point 2. So how do Huawei enable ourselves to build a digital future where we will be having trusted, where we can have a trusted, intelligent, and connected world, whereby we can use technology to bridge the gap, and everyone can benefit from that. So it doesn't matter whether are you in Jordan or any parts of the world, but everybody have access to the same technology, have access to the same information. It's information at your fingertip. So at Huawei, we have this directive that was put in place since the day one that we have established our first cybersecurity white paper and our framework that kickstarted Huawei as an organization to place cybersecurity as the #1 priority in the company. Cybersecurity can never be outweighed by any commercial interest. So that is, I would say, a tough red line that we cannot cross. No one within Huawei can cross that red line. So we established an end-to-end cybersecurity assurance systems, and everybody, every person, every process, and every technology that Huawei is driving, irregardless of which business unit you are in, irregardless of which department you are in, you need to abide by that. That was the first such statement that was put in place. Then subsequently, our CEO sent an open letter to everyone, wanting everyone to prioritize cybersecurity and build that into, and embed that, bake that into your product and solution right from day one. In your solution design, you need to ensure that security is not an afterthought. It's not a bandage that you can bandage your product and services after that. You are not talking about Patch Tuesday. To us, Patch Tuesday means that we have failed our customer. We have failed in our job to make sure that cybersecurity is baked into the solution. And last Wednesday, in Shanghai, when we held our first in-person Huawei Connect after the pandemic, our rotating chair lady, Sabrina, made a statement that says that going forward, we are going to embrace an all-intelligence strategy where Huawei is going to embed AI in every product and services that we are going to put in the market. But to do that, we need to promote greater digital security and trustworthiness in order to accelerate intelligence across all industries. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is cybersecurity for Huawei. It is our bread and butter. It is in our DNA. It is something that it can never be superseded in any form. Doesn't work? You should buy a Huawei quicker. Okay, so it works. So we continue to build trustworthiness in everything that we build, whether is it cloud, whether is it our 5G, or whether is it any of the products that we build, like our phone. Today is the launch date for the 4 Huawei mobile products. Right? Huawei mobile product 4 launch. Today we launch formally our Mate 60 Pro. A phone that in market that is revolutionary with 5G, capable of 5.5G speed. We have our near-link technologies, which is the technology that will be the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi killer. And most importantly is we have also operating systems that is certified to common criteria EAL6+, the strongest mobile system in the world. And most importantly is that we have automated satellite communication capabilities in all these phones. Some phones come with even 2 satellite access, but most phones come with 1. That means that if you start somewhere in the world with no signal, you can use Huawei phone to call for help. Whether are you 10,000 feet in the sky, or you are somewhere in the desert, or you are in any of the ocean, lost somewhere. Huawei phone antenna has the power to do satellite calling without any additional antenna and without any additional subscription or anything. All these come as a package because we envision in the future, satellite call is here to stay. So for Huawei, we have presence in 170 countries, serving more than 3 billion people, over 1,500 carriers. We have no major cybersecurity incident for the last 30 years. And all this is due to the fact that we have made tremendous investment in it to make sure that we can make that promise to our customer. So Huawei has been spending 5% of our total budget, R&D budget every year. Last year, our R&D budget was 23.5 billion USD. That means that you have about $1.2 billion spent on cybersecurity, just cybersecurity alone last year. And we spent $2 billion over the last 3 years to redo software engineering to make sure that we embrace DevSecOps. And all these are seen in our products. Built in a way that is reliable and supported by an op chart that we, as the Chief Security Officer for Middle East and Africa, I can report directly to our rotating chairperson, Mr. Ken Hu, or to our CEO, Mr. Ren Zhenfei. And for any products and services that have been sold in the market that doesn't meet cybersecurity needs, I can immediately call a stop, even though it might affect them financially. They get fined 3 times the fee amount, it doesn't matter. This is the power that invested in cybersecurity, and we manage. And that is permeated across all our different offices and departments in our company. To the tune of $2 billion in terms of cyber security engineering and the $1.2 billion that we spend every year, some of the results that you can see is that most of our product, as part of the process, they need to go through cybersecurity certification, right? So we have Harmony that was certified to EAL6 common criteria. And then we have all the other certification like CSA Star for our cloud, and we also have the most uncommon certification, even in e-privacy still, for GDPR. So all of this we have, and this is part of the process that we have built in, that every product, before they go live, before they go in the market, they have to be certified by a third party. And so imagine the cost that is invested in that. And all this is done in our capability center that spread all over the world. That's why Huawei is never just a Chinese company anymore. It is a global firm with R&D capabilities that spread out all over the world, right? Not only in China, but you see them in Singapore, you see them in Germany, you see them in Finland and Canada, and these are the larger R&D centers that I'm listing out here. There are smaller ones, obviously, that are even located in the United States right now, despite the fact that we don't have any business in the US at the moment. But we do have an R&D center out there, and we have various R&D centers in different parts of the world as well that are small and not listed here. But in short, we have 14 R&D centers and trustworthiness centers globally. And this is just a snapshot of some of the laboratories that we have looking at various questions and some of the things that we use in our work, and we rely on some of the international best practices. Yes, we also use the IPDRR from NIST as one of the process in place, and we also have many other standards that we refer to from OWASP or even Microsoft Stride. So we don't say that because that belongs to our competitors or that belongs to certain countries that we are not welcoming, we don't use them. No, we use whatever is best because it's for the best of our customer, in your best interest. So, trustworthiness process, DevSecOps, so I just want to run through it very quickly, but it's embedded in our product development lifecycle, it's embedded in everything we do. So that is the second takeaway that I want you guys to walk away from my presentation, is that Huawei is prepared to serve our customers and give them the best of cybersecurity, regardless of what kind of situation we are. We make sure that we adopt the best of the best globally. Recognize standards, and best practices and embrace them and build our products that we deliver to customers that are verifiable. So that's the second takeaway. And the third takeaway is that for the future, we are even right now planning what to do in the future. And the future is how do we do a quantum leap and bridge the gap? Move from Industry 4.0 straight into Industry 5.0. Move from 4G or 5G or even 5G and go into 5.5G in a very short time. So do the quantum leap. So in order to do quantum leap, we have to look at security. We have to look at data of the security as a key component because data is the new oil. So we need to make sure that we are able to follow the data and secure the data at the root of operation. So, ladies and gentlemen, data security governance is the core of what we foresee as the future cybersecurity evolution, the next phase of evolution in order for us to support whether it's AI security or anything in the world. You need to make sure that you secure the data first. So instead of looking things at 10,000 feet above the ground at the layer 7, we are looking something even lower so that we know that we secure the data just like we secure the pipeline for oil. Follow the data. And how do we follow data? We look at how do we secure data in transit. And in terms of connectivity, ensuring safety, security, and privacy in data connectivity, that is something that Huawei is doing as a bread and butter. Right? Connectivity in terms of data communications, whether is it 5G or whether is it wireless or any kind of wired communication. We have a platform that were built that have intelligent defense, like what I mentioned earlier, right? AI. So in order to embrace AI, you need to be able to go back to basics and do the baseline things right. And for us, we embed security into it right from layer 1 all the way up. So we look at intelligent threat defense, network, and then finally, at the app layer, we talk about cloud. And this is some of the firewalls that maybe you have not heard about it, but Huawei has been producing firewall for years now. And they also appear in the Gartner quadrant. And in fact, that appears in most of the deployment that we gave to our customers worldwide by default. We give the best and only nothing but the best. And then storage, okay? We talk about storage. We talk about data at rest. We need to be able to see how we secure the core assets, data storage level and network layer from preventing physical destruction, preventing ransomware attack. So this, again, is a storage ransomware protection solution that we have 4-layer systems that not only make use of air gap, but many other capabilities built in to secure the data lake of the future. So besides datacom, we have storage, and right now, the next thing I'm talking about, okay, again, you know, I leave it to read to yourself. No point that I talk about the awards that we get, but yes, we are recognized by Gartner, as usual, and many other publications as well, best of show, right? So it's not that we just came out of nowhere, but this is our fruit of labor for many years, and right now we got something to show for you. And this is the first year that we are going all out and showing you that we do have these capabilities because we were building up for the crescendo. And this crescendo happened today, 25th of September, at the official launch of Mate 60 Pro. We are right now declaring that we are back to business, we are back to normalcy already. No more hiding in the shadow. We're coming in front and telling you we have these capabilities and we have this solution. So I'm running out of time, but I just want to complete this just to give you the complete picture. But data in transit, okay, follow the data story at rest, in computation, in transit. And in transit, okay, in computational, okay, just now I was talking about in transit, I was talking about at rest.
Sorry, Doctor, can you wrap up, please?
Yes, wrapping up. Okay.
Thank you.
But when talk about computational, nothing will escape cloud. And cloud computing, okay, is going to be the next battleground. Why? Because all your AI and other applications, it sits on top of the cloud. Right? So you need the cloud to be secure, and that is what we are looking at. We align ourselves to 20 over security standards worldwide, and this is a structure they are seeing, a governance structure that we have built for our cloud and for our customers that are using our cloud. So, in short, in closing, these are the three things I want you all to walk away. First thing first is that we need to harness technology in a way that is controllable. There is a cost for adopting new technology, and that cost is cybersecurity. We need to ensure that cybersecurity is built in everything. It's bottled in right from day one. Second takeaway, Huawei is ready and built the capabilities over the last 10 over years to secure the data and to make sure that we prioritize cybersecurity over businesses, and we have built up processes in place, technology in place, that all these are by default. Lastly, looking to the future, standing in the crystal ball, Huawei is here with a strategy to embrace the digital future by looking at following the data stream as a way to secure the data, which is the new digital gold. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude, and I'm happy to take any questions at my booth in the next door. And I thank you, organizer, for obliging me with this extra time I'm taking. Thank you very much, and I hope that you have a nice session this afternoon. Thank you.